Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a full review of Hiram Green's Slowdive. This one is, I would say straight away, if you like honey, specifically natural smelling honey, this might be like a holy grail fragrance for you. It's the most realistic, intense honey fragrance I've ever smelled, period. So this is a 100% natural fragrance brand, and the main notes in this one are a natural honey and beeswax, like the wax comb. This honey smells really rich, golden, deep, dark, intense honey that is floral, like a rich floral honey, like the bees have been munching on the tastiest nectar from different flowers. It's a rich, thick, floral, dark honey fragrance. And I can pretty much probably end the review there. It uses tobacco flower and a little bit of tuberose. There is just a kind of a... I wouldn't say you particularly sense individually. I think maybe a little bit of the tobacco flower, but in general I would describe it as a floral honey. Really, rather than smelling individual floral components within the honey, it's just, it combines to be like a floral thick honey. Very, very intense. The dry down really stays very much in tune with what you smell in the opening. It's just less intense. It fades away, softens, mellows out. Still remains that same character. If anything, probably more the slight tobacco flower nuance is enhanced a little bit as it dries down, and maybe a little bit more resinous, or kind of maybe it's even more the beeswaxy kind of note. But in general, there's no huge swings or changes with the fragrance. If you like honey, you will love this fragrance. In terms of performance, I think it does very well, especially considering it's a more natural fragrance, which sometimes do struggle with performance. This one, even today, while it's freezing cold outside in the snow, probably a good 2 hours after I applied it around my neck, I was taking Teddy for a walk through the snow, and I could smell it clearly, like wafting around, even in the really, really cold temperatures. And you know, the cold and the ice and the snow can mute a lot of fragrances. This one was, I was smelling honey as I was walking through the snow. So the performance is quite good. I would say, although you can smell it yourself, the actual projection around you is modest, it's subtle, but it's noticeable within your own bubble, definitely for a couple of hours, which I think again is very good for a natural fragrance. And the longevity itself is not bad either. Probably in the region of probably 7 to 8 hours. It is kind of faint after that, especially on your t-shirt. Like, I notice it sticks around my collar much longer than that, but in general I would kind of round it off at 7 to 8 hours longevity, which is a full day's wearing for anybody really. So performance is very good. The scent itself is very, very honey centric. If you like natural, realistic honey, honeycomb, dark, sweet honey, then this is the fragrance to check out, with nuances of tobacco flower and tuberose, and you know, this kind of, it's just a rich floral honey. There's really not much else to say. I would say it's completely unisex, and it's a winter fragrance, winter, autumn. Definitely it's too sweet for the summer in my opinion. The only concern I would have is because it's 100% natural and it's also realistic of honey and honeycomb and flowers, that you might attract bees and wasps and insects to you when you're wearing it outside. That would be a concern maybe if you're one of the few people that are unfortunate to have serious, allergic reactions to bee stings, where, that can be really dangerous for you. Don't go near this fragrance. Just, I'm giving a life-saving tip there. This might encourage bees, so if you're allergic to bee stings, just don't go near this fragrance. Just don't tempt fate. But it is a fantastic honey fragrance, very natural, and yeah, that's it. If you've not checked it out and you like honey, then definitely get a sample of this one. I think the pricing is very reasonable. I worked out the conversion from euros and it's around £125 from memory for a 50ml, which is good pricing. The pricing is very reasonable, so thumbs up from me. Check them out, and I'll see you again in in the next video. Take care everyone. Bye.